Here's 3 tips that will help you hunt down great bourbon. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So before me today are 3 bottles. These are limited, special, somewhat allocated bottles that I've been able to get in 2024. Each of them also represents a certain tip that I have for you today around hunting bourbon, things that I've picked up along the way and kind of learned about how to maximize your time and effort and energy and money to get the best whiskey that's out there. So I've been in this game for over 3 years now, and I've learned a ton. When I started the channel, I knew basically nothing. So hopefully this is helpful. And then I would really appreciate it if you would just share your tips in the comments below, because I'm still learning a lot as well. Okay, let's break it down though. Each of these does represent a particular tip. So let's talk about them. This one. This is Bardstown Discovery Series number 12, a pretty brand new release. This one represents getting familiar with bourbon release calendars. So it sounds simple, but utilizing the resources that are online, Breaking Bourbon is the one that I go to the most to get familiar with what's coming out and when. There will be patterns, there'll be rhythms to each year when things get released, but there'll be also new things that pop up and new things to keep your eye on. It's really hard to hunt whiskey if you don't know what to look for, and so knowing when things are coming out and what they are and what the typical price point is for them, that's important too, so that when you go to the store you don't get ripped off. It's really a useful tool. So with Bardstown Discovery Series 12, I saw the press release from Breaking Bourbon that it was dropping on September 6th. I very fortunately live close enough to Louisville to go down for the day, go to the gift shop that Bardstown has there, and grab it the day after that. So when you know the bourbon release calendar, it just gives you that slight edge and just the knowledge you need to go out and hunt more effectively. Okay, next bottle. This is Larceny Barrel Proof Batch B5 24, and the tip it represents is explore grocery bourbon or grocery liquor. And by that I just mean any kind of big box store or grocery store that sells liquor near you. So Costco, Kroger, Meijer, Target in some places, whatever it is near you, don't overlook those places as great places to hunt. For me, Costco has been an absolute gold mine. I'm sure you're aware that Costco liquor, if it's near you, can often be the best place to get great prices on relatively rare whiskey. So for me, I can always bank at least once or twice a year an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or a Larceny Barrel Proof or a Little Book or something like that is going to hit my local Costco, and I'll have a chance to grab it at a very good price. That was the case with Larceny Barrel Proof B524, and because I regularly make it, an item on my to-do list to go to the grocery store, and then I also check out the liquor store, I was lucky enough to grab this one. So that's my second tip. Don't discount the grocery store kind of experience, and also they will sometimes give you the discount prices. All right, last but not least, this is bottle number 3. This is Bomberger's 2024 release, and it's really, really good whiskey. The tip I have for you here is build your local route. So by that I mean get to know the stores and the options in your local area. You can set sort of a however far radius you're willing to travel within a day. I think that's effective to think about that, and really get familiar with the stores in that area, what they tend to offer, and which ones tend to get better drops or have better prices on their allocated stuff. So for me, I've sort of built a route around my local area that includes a lot of stores that I can hit all at once in a morning or an afternoon and maximize my chances of seeing something. I saw this Bomberger's at a store that I try to frequent relatively often so that I can see what they have, and just got lucky that, this was on display ready to be bought. So I would say build your route. For me, honestly, since I do live close enough to Louisville and I do live kind of close to Lexington as well, it's about an hour and a half drive, I've built that into my route as well. I do little loops down to those areas maybe once a month or something like that to make sure I'm not totally missing out. So that is an important part of it. I think that's one of the things that's helped me the most. Now, I am a single guy living in Kentucky right now, so that gives me a huge advantage, and I acknowledge that. I actually almost put Michter's 10 Rye from 2024, which I just got as my third bottle, but I felt like that was a little unfair because I have the ability to go down to Michter's, in a morning and come back and not waste my entire day or have to travel obscenely far. But this bottle, Bombergers, which is also from Michter's, I was able to get at a store 20-25 minutes away from me because I have it built into my local route. All right, so those are my 3 tips today. They've already yielded fruit for me in 2024. I hope they yield fruit for you for the rest of the year and beyond. Again, get familiar with those bourbon release calendars. Check out the grocery store, big box store, discount kind of experience, and then build your local route and start maximizing the time you spend traveling around. And you can do it in the morning or an afternoon and hit 5 or 6 places and hopefully get some great bottles. Again, please let me know in the comments below anything else that you found extremely helpful in hunting down bourbon, and let's share that with others so that we can all have the best chance to get great bottles. Till I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey. Hope your hunting goes well this year, and cheers.